Hi Pisces, thank you for tuning in. This is your monthly love reading for the month of April 2017. Come here. Alright, let's see what we have for Pisces. April 2017. Wow. Wow, Pisces. 4 major arcanas in a row. Okay. 5 major arcanas out of 9 cards. It's more than... Wow. Okay. Let's take a look. Center card, Queen of Swords, clearing away all that no longer serves you. Okay, and this is surrounded by 5 major arcana cards. Okay. So cleansing, releasing. First card, leap of faith, follow your dreams. So you've been in tune with yourself. You've been working on energetic healing, spiritual development, unity, right? It's been connecting you. You've been feeling, right? It's going to help you connect all this clearing. Leadership, right? Awakening. So it's interesting. Leading out to the center card, I have, the dreamer, and you've been dreaming and you've been connecting unity, right? Connecting with spirit, developing spiritually perhaps, or doing some introspection, looking at your relationships, looking at yourself, really putting energy towards developing those to a higher level, taking the lead, releasing fears, awakening, right? Perhaps you've been writing, singing, doing whatever it is your art is. And this is all part of clearing away and releasing and cleansing and purifying yourself. And right after that, I have the 4 of air. Take a rest or vacation, right? Meditate. So this month, Pisces, might be a time to take a break from that, right? Maybe relax a little bit. Don't put too much focus on... It's always good to focus on spiritually healing, awakening, and working on yourself, but at the same time, don't overdo it. Balance, right? So you're going to need to take a rest as well, and enjoy being in your own company, enjoy indulging in distractions, perhaps, watching movies, eating a bit of junk food. I mean, of course, maintain a healthy lifestyle if that is what you're leading, but my point is to say that spoil yourself a little bit as well. Allow yourself to relax and keep in mind that everything is falling into place. You've been doing the work and now it's time to rest. This is a period of rest as well. So I'm getting that at the beginning of the month, a lot of work is going to be put towards that, and then towards the end, you need to rest. But here, again, I have the ego card. So don't indulge too much in these distractions, right? You should spoil yourself and you should relax, but don't focus too much on material things. That's interesting. I have here the last cards again. I have a sudden event, a false sense of entrapment, and too much going on at once. So beginning of the month, I'm getting a lot of movement, a lot of spiritual growth, development, a lot of you're feeling good on the inside. You're working on yourself. You're working on your purpose, your mission, you're just feeling good. You're doing what it is that you need to do to be you and to move forward. And then you need to take a break and rest from that. Perhaps because, this just came to mind. Perhaps because don't allow this spiritual growth movement to turn into an ego-based goal. Oh, I'm so spiritual, or oh, I'm this and this and that, and I meditate and I do all of this and this, and don't allow it to turn into a kind of a trend. Do it for yourself. Do it because it helps you release and clear away. And once you've released and cleared away, continue on your path. Don't try to cling to all this spiritual development or emotional connection, right? Because don't allow it to turn into an ego-based thing. There's people who exercise, for example, and who are in great shape, great health, they eat well, and that's wonderful. It contributes so well to their life and to their well-being. But then it gets to a point where this, may cross the line and it becomes, well, you can't eat this because that's not healthy, or you need to exercise more because XYZ, look how much it helps my life. Almost preaching, right? Try not to cross that line. Although I don't think that's really going to be the case. This is just what I'm getting from the reading. Just bear that in mind, because it can be so wonderful to be connected and to be so in tune with nature and the environment and consciousness and the universe and just source. And it can really feel so truly great. And it is possible to be tempted to just try to really encourage and bring other people into this beautiful place with you. But realize that, especially Pisces, you want to heal, you want to help. You have a good heart. Bear in mind that you can't just bring other people into this beautiful place. Some people need to experience the negativity. Some people need to have negative or fear-based or experiences that hurts us to see, because that's all part of the journey. As you very well know, Pisces, that these things are part of the journey. That's what helped you get you here into this wonderful place of connection. I'm gonna draw a few more cards, because I can't get much more than that out of this reading. Right, consider a playful approach to those who may not be exactly where you are. Let's see. Huh. Okay. Right, so try to... It may be possible that you are affected by seeing others that may not have the understanding that you have, or being in the place that you are or have been. Right, so try to forgive that. Try to have compassion, and try not to be too affected by that which is going on around you, because you very well may be misunderstood, right? But right after, again, another major arcana, the Sun, right? Happy outcome, have confidence. So this is all part of the journey. Try not to let other people's, the fact that they're in a different place, they're at another state of being, to affect your state of being, right? Ego here. Try not to pull them in. Well, no, it's this and this and this way. Open your eyes and see it this way. You very well know, Pisces, that you were once in a place where you could not see a lot that you understand now. And no matter how much someone told you, this is how it is, you just, no, it's not. For you, it wasn't at the time. And now perhaps you're in a place where you can look back on these people and say, oh, well, you know what, they may have had a point. So now you're on the other side. You can see, you've been where these people have been, those around you, the world, family members, lovers, siblings. You can see where they're at, and you know you can guide them to a better place, but they need to be where they're at right now. They need to experience where they're at right now. And this pertains especially, I'm guessing, to loved ones. This is a love reading, right? Not necessarily romantic, but romantic partners, family members, colleagues, deep, close friends that you have deep connections with, right? And of course, right after that, abundance, things look good, have patience, so it's, again, it's all part of their journey. And the most you can do right now is to be there if they would need you, or bring this wisdom whenever there's an opportunity, or they have a question, or they're struggling. Bring your wisdom to the table and be grateful that you have this wisdom to be able to pass it on whenever you can, right? Because from this reading, at least this month, it seems like, since you are in a place of deeper understanding than perhaps many loved ones around you, their state of being may be more evident to you than it is to them, and it may be very tempting to try to pull them out of that. But again, don't let ego get in the way. Don't be offended that, well, how you see my situation is very hippie of you. It's very tree hugger of you, or whatever kind of label they can put on you. Don't be offended by that. Just try to be very compassionate, and you're very good at that, Pisces. So I feel like you may find yourself in a situation where, right, I'm getting more self-love than anything else, than relationships in this reading. So you may find yourself in a situation where you want to pass on this love that you have for the world and for the universe. You may want to pass on your teachings, your learnings, your experiences, your wisdom, and it will not be received. It either may not be received due to a lack of effort on the person's part. They don't want to see it, they don't want to hear it. Or it may not be received because they're not quite ready to hear what you have to say. So love in terms of compassion. Be compassionate to those around you. And you may be very connected, and continue your own personal development, but understand as well that those around you who do not understand or may not understand where you're coming from, this is part of your journey as well as theirs. It is part of your journey to understand and accept that loved ones may not ever get to a place where you're at right now. Loved ones may not understand what you understand. Loved ones may not accept that you have this way of understanding the world, the universe, love, relationships, right? Don't be offended by that. This is part of your journey to learn that everyone is very different. And yes, where you're at may be a goal for many of us, but it takes many, many lifetimes to get to these understandings sometimes. And it cannot be rushed or forced. And as much as you want to help and pass on these teachings and this wisdom, it all with divine timing, right? So try not to take it too much to heart, and try to forgive others for pushing away your way of seeing things, pushing away your wisdom, knowledge, experience, your helping hands. Imagine them as children who don't want help and want to do everything themselves. Even though they might not quite figure it out, allow them the chance to try. Allow them that self-work that happens within when they attempt and they don't quite get to where they want to go. Try not to pity too much, because you happen to be very empathetic, Pisces, and you can often feel what others are feeling, and that draws out that healer in you, or that love that you just want to pass on to everyone. So that's what I have for this month, April. Your lesson, I imagine, at least from what I'm getting from this reading, is to accept the rejection of your beliefs, your perspectives, your understandings about the universe. Not because there's something flawed or wrong within them, but because Others just may not be ready or do not want to hear it. As much as you want to pass it on, as much as you want to help, accept that people just don't want this help sometimes. They don't want this love, and forgive them for that, and forgive yourself for any feelings of anger or defensiveness that you may have. Because this is also part of your journey. Don't feel like your journey is so much farther along because you can be in this wonderful place. It's right now, it seems like in April, the advice that I'm getting, or the guidance that I'm getting from this reading, is to accept the unacceptance of others. Continue to be the wonderful Pisces that you are, and be okay with others not understanding that. And continue to love yourself above anything else. Continue to love the things that you enjoy doing. Continue your meditations, your yoga, your art. Despite the fact that others may not understand it and may even reject it. All right, Pisces. So that's what I have for your love reading for April. I hope you found it helpful, and I would love your feedback. And I hope you have a wonderful month. See you next month.